Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to my Pokemon Scarlet playthrough part 27. Where last left off, we finished the Ace Tournament as well as did some Terra Raids, and today we're going to do the school as well as more Terra Raids. Let's move. So I'm gonna see something as well. Take a look at some of these raids and see what was up. Biology 4. Yes. Funny how we're doing this after we beat the game. Hello, I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today. You really all did great on the midterm exam. Thanks for answering my little question at the end too. I'll be sure to keep your response in mind. Alright, now we're heading to the last half of our class together. Knowledge to evolve and grow like our Pokemon. Evolution, yep. Evolution. Today we're going to learn about fascinating phenomena of Pokemon evolution. As your Pokemon battle level up, they learn and get stronger. And for some Pokemon, they leveled up enough. Their appearance changes and their stats increase by a lot. That's Pokemon evolution. Pokemon become very strong when they evolve. And then trusty partners in battle. Some people prefer to keep their Pokemon in adorable, re-evolved states. To do this, we just hit our reverse button. When the Pokemon begin to evolve, say with me now. To cancel evolution, press the B button. Alright everyone, the B button for the answer. The button you want to need to stop Pokemon for only is the B button. But if you do, as soon as after a Pokemon begins to evolve, you can stop it from changing. You can also let Pokemon hold one item known as an Everstone to keep it from evolving. Keep in mind the requirements for evolution differ from Pokemon to Pokemon. Some may evolve by changing certain items, such as a Firestone or Thunderstone used on them. Others may have to learn a specific move or defeat a specific Pokemon in battle. Prime evolves into Annihilate, especially strange. It should move that. Ooh, sorry, it looks like we're out of time. I guess we'll have to end the class here. Thanks for our attention. Yes. Hello, I hope everyone's ready to learn some new things today before you final question of our midterm exam. I yelled at whoops. Apparently you could tell I was hiding something just by looking at me. You must have noticed color flushed right out of my face. I'm about color day. I'll teach you all about colors just as they change the Pokemon. Some Pokemon have slightly different coloration or powdering in their body based on their gender or individual differences. In very rare cases, Pokemon may have wildly different colors compared to others of the same species. We call these specimens shiny Pokemon. So I heard across with one. Does anyone know the likelihood of finding a shiny Pokemon is? Oh, that's right. You may have markings of a professor in Pokemon University now. You're 1 in 4,000. Isn't that amazing? Countering one in the wall is the same as hatching one from an egg, too. The eggs from pair Pokemon are raised around different languages are a special case. It's the higher chance average of the shiny Pokemon hatching these, but we don't haven't been able to figure out that's why it is just yet. Well, increased the Jellicoe share when you found me back. Can you believe that? They didn't see the varies, but it should. What if it were true? Oops, there was a bone. Right now, thank you for attention. Acknowledging. Thanks today. Next time we'll have our final exam. That means today's our last class. Plot pick for today's Southly Pokemon form. The unique form is the shapes and appearance Pokemon have. There's also a phenomenon called a form changer. Pokemon's appearance changes under certain conditions. Charizard, for example, which regularly rides on a transferring player, has three forms. First, its basic form, where it walks around on all four legs. Second is its battle form, where it stands on its hind legs to engage a battle. Finally, there's its ride form, where it inflates its throat sac and its tail so you can ride on its back. That we can use while carrying. You even had a better example. Yep, I'm talking about your phone. Some smartphones are inhabited by certain Pokemon. Does anyone know what Pokemon I'm referring to? You're a regular expert on Pokemon and technology, aren't you, David? Look outside your phone on a smartphone. It has all sort of things to help you out. The Rotom phone is special, so it doesn't try to enter other electronics. Extraordinary Pokeballs, however, can inform by entering washing machines, microwaves, ovens, and other special electronics. Rotom is a bit of an exception, though. Many Pokemon can change this form simply by holding an item or having one use it. Orikyo, for example, has 4 different forms it can change between certain nectars. Pokemon may even change type or learn moves when they change forms. Form changes are different from evolution in that Pokemon can return to its original form. Unlike friendly Pokemon, which can't change their special form, which the same individual Pokemon go back and forth between these forms. A lot of dig, some changes phenomenon, as you can see. We can learn from Pokemon here. I think it's a bit of a stretch, huh? Enjoy your time here at the Academy at the fullest. It's a new version of yourselves. Or something like that anyway. Oh, I almost forgot. Regional forms which vary based on the region the Pokemon came from. Change like other forms, they're Inishi. Oops, the bell. It's Scatterbrain, Mr. Jack's up to the very end, huh? I had a great time teaching all of you. I hope you all do your best on the final exam. You're real. Yes. Hello, everyone. Today's our final exam. I'll cover everything taught so far, but I'm sure you do just fine. Take your time and complete each question carefully. How many method makes it easier catching a Pokemon? Acting paralysis. Pokemon can only catch. The Pokemon is only have. Yeah, it's got 4 forms. Let's see, is institution name. Nice. I'm looking forward to see how he did. I mean, half of that stuff he didn't really address in the thing, but whatever. Questions correct to pass the midterm exam, and 4 questions correct to pass the final exam. 4 out of 5 questions correctly. It's a passing score. Congratulations. Man. It's freaking gym leader. Go shopping, buying tasty new clothes. Just shopping is so much fun. Shopping, one of my favorite hobbies. Money teach you all about math. Sure, everyone has busy Pokemon, at least once. They also have Oracle. Items you find, they cost 200 each. I like to do some thinking here. One Pokeball's 200. If you had 2,000, how much many Pokeballs you could afford? How much would you receive? That's correct. Well done. Inform a person master 10 Pokeballs. However, if you first 10 or more, you get to the type of Pokeball. Once your Premier Ball is a White Ball as a bonus. So the correct answer, in fact, is 11. You're nice to get a little bonus on that shopping trip, isn't it? Oh my, is that the bell? I suppose that's all for now. What a shame. Looking forward to seeing you all in the next class. I hope looking forward to it too. Yes. We gotta do all the schools. Oh, there's the rival. Horoscopes in the light. Read your horoscope and see what it says. Good luck coming your way. So yeah, I'll teach you them. I thought focusing on the topic of luck. Race crop up during Pokemon battles before critical hit. When Pokemon attacks and lets a critical hit, the damage deals is increased by half. In other words, it does 1.5 times much damage it normally would. And surely it determines whether your Pokemon landed a critical hit once it landed on it. This causes great upset in battle. Percent chance of Pokemon landing a critical hit. It's a bit too critical situation, damn. Said to be 1 in 24. Odds are more favorable for certain moves, that's why such moves as Stone Edge and Shadow Cloud have a 12% chance. Also why I focus on energy or your moves. Critical hit ratio by 2 stages, a 50% chance to land a critical hit. Feels great to land a critical hit, but perhaps not so great to be 31. Just surprising chance to mathematical probability in battles, you know. You're able to calculate your style swing and your luck or strategic choices for a battle. Why is that the bell? I suppose at the time. This will be a fun midterm exam, but I hope you're all looking forward to it. Yes. Alright, it's time to begin our midterm exam. $26 for fast answer. How much damage does water gun do when it hits a fire type Pokemon? How much damage does Razor Leaf do when it hits a fire type? Half damage. You said 2011. Usually have to land a critical hit. How much damage does a move deal when it lands a critical hit? Alright, then time's up. Put your hands on your house. Now we're off on the street. I can't wait to see how you did. You go and... I think I got 100% on that one. Let's be real. These 3 questions correct to pass the midterm. 4 questions to pass the final exam. Let's see how you did on your final test. 4 out of 5 questions correctly. This time is about to give you this one. How did I miss one? I'm always like, I don't know what this one question is that they freaking always throw up on me. It's kind of insane. Seriously, yeah. Bit of trouble, but I can tell you all tried your best. Well, that was the very last one you passed. I only assume this means you all have kind of love numbers. So I try your best for the rest of my class. Speak of staying sharp. Do you know how that word applies to Pokemon battles? That's right, a stat boost. The Pokemon stat can rise throughout the course of battle. When you use the move workup, attack and special attack rises up 1 stage. As you may know, each time a Pokemon such attack rises 1 stage, move affected by the stats will deal 50% more damage. That Pokemon from our previous example were to use workup again, both attacks would be 2 stages, and result 100% increase the damage dealt. Twice as strong. Sword Dance, on the other hand, boosts attack by 2 stages, allowing the Pokemon to deal double damage after a single use. Using Sword Dance would boost the Pokemon's attack stats by 4 stages. How much more damage would this Pokemon deal? Oh yes, that's a tricky one, isn't it? By 4, doesn't damage quadruple. Each stage Pokemon is reached by 50%. So by raise in 4 times, it'd be 200% increase. So 200 divided 300%, which uses triple damage. I imagine using other factors as well as calculations is even a small boost to this use. By the way, if Simple Rose has gone by 1 stage, it does really dramatically. It has 3 stages. You know your attack, special attack items, then you can only use in battle, can be used sharply to reflect stats. Well, that's all the time we have. What a shame. Be sure to review or stay sharp. I'll see you again in the next class. Yes. Sure, last question. Stay sharp. Unlike today, we present you again to learn about probability. Sounds like we're gonna have another difficult class one. Dealt with probability on a regular basis. Pokemon moves generally have a property called accuracy, which determines the probability that they will hit. Tackle is 100%. So if you were to use tackle 100 times, you'd be expected to hit all 100 times. The move hypnosis, which puts one opponent to sleep, has an accuracy of 60 or 60%, which means it could have to hit 60 times in 100 uses. To put that way, another out of 100 times uses, would expect to miss 40. Many of the truly powerful moves often tend to have lower accuracy. In deciding whether to go slow and steady with moves are sure to hit hard, or strong, fast, strong moves but less accurate moves. So you're already studying probability. Perhaps Surf and Hydro Pump would be a good example. Surf has a 90%. Or has a 90. Its accuracy is 100, which means you're expected to hit every time. Hydro Pump is 80, but when it hits, it's 110. So between which would you want to use yourselves? See, considering various possibilities, I made it sound like that was the correct answer, but there's not. You're free to use any moves as you wish. Factors like PP, number of targets hit, may move suited during situations. However, trading accuracy for power, vice versa, is a matter of preference. The Surf vs Hydro Pump debate has ongoing some time. Personally, I'm more invested in debating the rock type, rock slide, and stone edge. Let me tell you about it. I could really get worked up about those moves, but others the bell. What a shame. This time shows up 100%. Yep. What's happening? You know that in a class with 40 students, there's a 90% chance that 2 of them will have the same birthday? It's true, even despite the fact that they are over 300 days. Isn't that remarkable? Come on, today's topic before we get swept along with probability again. Did you know how to calculate damage type matchups for what stats boosts and like? Do you know that even if the way to increase damage of your Pokemon's moves, all I have to do is use a move or share the type with rock type Pokemon uses a rock type move such as Stone Edge, the base power 100 is multiplied by 1.5. The ground type rock is surprisingly similar, but if a ground type uses Stone Edge, the bonus will remain at 100. Super effective moves and critical hits also add multipliers like numerical increases, so it's more likely to be taken lightly. Ask you a question, see if you understand what I'm talking about here. Say you have a move of 100. If a Pokemon shares a type with this move, it's an opponent weak to it, or the booster. Plus, multiplier and share. In fact, the move doubles to 300. Triple, unreal. If Pokemon Terrestrial and its air type, its original type, then the bonus is the same, increased to 2. Of course, being able to do a lot of different types as well. That's one way that you can surprise your opponent. Which shade characteristics are really help you shine the most. Bear in mind that this is true for both humans and Pokemon. It's words to heart, but I suppose shared advice right from our lesson. My apologies. It's kind of unreal. I'm still kind of confused, but whatever. I guess this is why we decided to take this at the last minute instead of doing this at the beginning. We'll take the final, why not? The final exam. Nice. How many Great Balls could you purchase with 3,000 if they all... 5. They only get 5 because there's no bonus for getting less than. Water type move. The power of 100 lands a critical hit on a grass type. Well, I never said if it was a water type, so that's 75 on that. Stone Edge have to land a critical hit. Covered in twice to boost its damage. Rock type Pokemon whose Thera type is Rock Terrestrialize. What will the power of its Rock type move be multiplied by? Yeah, the Pokemon math has always been a little confusing to me. It's too much numbers and stuff like that. Let's be real here. Worst chance to pass the final exam. 5 out of 5. Nice. That's the first time I got a 5 out of 5. I'll take that. I could revisit classes. Yeah, no, I'm not revisiting classes, but what the history teachers got on us. And the rivals there too, unreal. Let's see the new students here with us today. I don't think I've met this lady. For one of the knowledge of the past. History is a wonderful thing, truly splendid. Ancestors throughout history forge the path to the present in which we live. Today we shall learn about the mysterious location in Paldea, the Great Crater. As you are aware, a massive crater known as the Great Crater Paldea exists at the heart of our region. The area inside is called Area Zero, and the research is geological stratum material. Physicians has known the crater is in fact over 1 million years old. It has belonged to certain something rested at the bottom of this crater. Perfect timing to make contact, young Daniel. Answer me this. What exactly was believed to be in the depths of the Great Crater inside Area Zero? That's correct, you're surprisingly clever. I see you did your homework prior to coming to class. That's right, some believe treasure more valuable than anything else in the world rested in the depths of Great Crater. For such dreams, treasure hunting though as a lab in those very same depths. Oh, and before I forget, well, do remember the Great Crater area and Area Zero are both off limits to those who have official business there. I'm not there entertaining the foolish notion of commencing off Area Zero in search of riches. It is no place for children dreaming of treasure and adventure. Besides, it's all possible to investigate the area, and first to do so. Yes. Also, I saw the Legends Arceus references in the background, even though I never played it. I've seen clips of it, so I know that much. Unravel the mysteries presented to us. Paldean Empire. Historical accounts describe the Paldean Emperor as quite the dictator. The Emperor also zealots believe that the legend of a treasure that rests deep within Area Zero. I just mentioned ancestors were not as developed as ours today. People back then were far likely to believe in mysterious legends, magics, and beings beyond human comprehension. In an attempt to gain power, stand against Paldea's neighboring countries, the Emperor sent people in droves to join the hunt for the fabled treasure of Area Zero. Perfect timing. Making contact with the Undean. Answer me this. Approximately how many years ago was it the Paldean? I mean, I've never been told this, so... What kind of being exists? I should have guessed too, but whatever. I suppose I can only cite the invention of a time machine. I'm ready. It's a little unreal. $1,000 Even as it also ventured into deep Area Zero, having poured much of its human and financial research in Area Zero for so long, Chaldean Empire fell into years later, or 800 years ago, the Empire and surrounding nations united this entity. This was formation as Paldea as we know it today. Yes, this very academy where you filling your young mind's knowledge was apparently established at that time. In fact, the school building, though certainly having undergone repairs throughout the years, is just as it was built so many years ago. This very structure is a piece of history. The things of old are truly splendid. For a Pokeball portion, until the new edition. Perfect timing. Scavenger hours established. Right. Original fun there. That's right, they're referring to Naraka Academy. Said that the proverb of swords even used outside the Paldea region. Let's do it. Makes it. Summon your knowledge from the dark recesses of your mind. Answer the question. Treasure. Those seeking I didn't mention that last one. I think they did, but I didn't pay attention to that one. Nice. Why am I still taking it? If I've got 5 out of 5, that means that I would have already graduated, correct? Why am I still doing these courses? That makes no sense. No, I guess on those last ones, but still, let's be real here. Traveling the mysteries. Pattern variety may be good now. Their generations. Once upon a time, there was a king who enjoyed collecting treasures, particularly fond of treasures from other countries. One day, a merchant from the east heard rumors of the king and came to meet him. The merchant let 4 treasures in front of the treasure-loving king. The 4 treasures were as followed: a vessel, a sword, a set of tablets, and a set of beads. Seeing such rarities before him, the king leaped for joy. He showered the merchant with gold coins and claimed all 4 of the treasure for himself. Perfect time. Let's read this. I said one of the treasures was a set of tablets. What do you think these tablets were? Shoot, knowledge as well. Medium in ancient times, as you may know, fell out of popular use as paper became more universally accessible. For the king considered these papers substitute treasures must have been superb quality, that of perhaps they had some amazingly profound teachings written on them. The king obtained the 4 treasures, and on that very night it is said that the terrible disaster rained down upon the castle, reducing it to rubble by dawn. Oh, is it that time already? Yep, it is. Okay, I'm almost done with these classes. Mystery. Turn the record Paldea is here. The mysterious crater captured the imaginations of many, including the former Paldean emperor. 200 years ago, explorers claimed to finally reach the steps. Yeah, the midterm, the team that achieved the great feat was Area Zero Expedition. The team is said to have made up Paldea's best and brightest. Skilled battlers, brilliant researchers, talented individuals. Among this list of team members was the brilliant name of a man who was an author and brilliant natural historian, Heath. Returning nation to Area Zero, he used his literary excellence to record the events of her timing. Paying attention. What was the name of the team that made it to the deepest reaches? Your expedition. Nice. There's your expedition. The record of the activities written behind the exception that Heath can be found in bookstores and like even today. There's a Scarlet book. Time. Paldea was absolutely buzzing about Area Zero. The Scarlet book was so popular that everyone has a copy. However, the book itself was full of fantastical descriptions and illustrations of things that could never be thought as real. Masses began to call Heath a liar. True expedition making it to the bottom of the crater was one to question. The Scarlet book was condemned to the shelves. The use of backstories is just another book of wild paranormal stories. There's a copy of one of the books bookshelves on the ground floor of the entrance hall. Feel free to have a read if you're interested. Well, I already have a copy, let's be honest. Got it from Arvin. Yes. How the mystery was presented to us one last time. Area Zero Social 200 years ago, correct? Well, that's 200 years ago, not that long. How unfortunate that our history lessons must translate towards the future. Be more venture to march towards the past instead, to start present and study history in reverse. Be hard to follow. Indeed, it may be difficult to understand the flow of events that lead to one another. If we were to trace history in reverse, I suppose I have no choice to let the flow of time carry us toward the future. Last class, I shall fill your minds with the history of terrestrial phenomenon. The Area Zero other need to explore the area. Around 140 years ago, Pokemon cloaked in mysterious light were discovered there. Never to guess, these were, in fact, terrestrialized Pokemon. However, though those were discovered, Pokemon brought them out to Area Zero. The light faded and the terrestrial phenomenon remained a mystery for quite some time. However, 10 years ago, there might as well be present a certain someone you may have heard of unraveled this mystery. Answer me this. What is the name of this famous creature who unraveled the terrestrial phenomena? Professor Sada. Transferred to blah blah blah. Our senior professor named Sada unraveled the mystery of the terrestrial phenomena. She discovered that shiny crystal Area Zero, rather than energy emit, is what caused Pokemon terrestrialize. This led the professor to invent Terra Orb technology and develop practice use for it. Technology can then be shared with both the One League and the Academy. Rumor has it Dr. Hector Calva is one of the researchers on the professor team. Alas, the story is such more less exciting now that we know what appears in it. Modern history truly is dull, isn't it? Final exam. Let's do this. Final exam time, let's do this. Here is 0. Appear in the Paldean fairy tale about the fortune. Folding fan. Keith. 10 years ago. Zero here. I passed with flying colors, didn't I? Nice. How many classes do I have left? Hopefully, alright, languages, sure. I don't know how they would incorporate this into Pokemon, but sure. Just gotta do these though if I want access to those 6-star raids. Salvatore. My name is Salvatore. That is, thank you very much for your attention here in my class. I'm so happy the chance to re-experience my Anchor days with you all. You know what Salvatore means savior, so just imagine you say you from spooky languages. Haha, funny, no? That's right, my class will teach you about various languages for different regions. Say good morning or hello as a greeting. They say bonjour or salute. Very popular streamer out there who smashes their several languages together. Hello or hola, ciao, and bonjour. There are many languages in the region, so we can have unique languages. Gracias, merci. I can't say those 3. These all have the same language. Can you guess what it is? Yes. I see a Lola in the background. Oh, yes, it's one of those. Just fight the mini the same, like, all sound different. Isn't that interesting? Give you words of advice. When you travel abroad, you should try to speak the local language as much as you can, even if you can't speak it very well. Just to make people very happy. Honestly, for experience, just being able to say hello, delicious, and thank you. Local English gets you pretty far. For everything else, you have to pretend you're Mr. Mime and gesture away. It's kind of unreal, but alright. This guy's probably a lowland then, or something. Yes. Yes. Alright, what do you have to say for us today? Superb. Making another languages, right? You will learn about certain words to make people happy when you use it in their travels abroad. You tell me what these words mean. Count on you, Daniel. Something more smooth, I guarantee it. Give you words of advice. First step to smooth communication is compliment talking to you. After all, it's not very likely that a compliment would put someone in a bad mood. Which other regions? It's the same for all you too. You put this to your classmates. I just want to skip all these classes already. This one makes even less sense to be in the game. Fantastic. It's time for another Salvatore's language lessons. Are you ready? That's it. Are you ready? Good. Well, that's not a one-way street. No. Looking up. Very sad, that is. Alright, class, today I believe I taught you all say delicious in other language, right? Today we learn about very special phrases that you can put to time just right. Anyone know what that means? Oh, te amo. This. It's like my character's gonna say that the freaking, what do you call it? Rival chick over there. Or she's gonna say that to me. It's weird. To follow me around like a freak. Married someday and argue with your spouse, so little things. All I have to do is apologize, say though. Oh, well, that's it. I should know. Just last week I had a big argument with my PKMN with you. That is good to say I'm sorry as well. There's nothing to give you words of advice. I apologize when you have an argument with someone. Best. Gracias is thank you. Delicious. When someone speaking with a person, what is the first step to smooth communication? Sorry. Okay, that's his name, right? Salvatore. Salvatore. Nice. I was getting XP candies out of this, so that kind of makes up for it, because I would be getting XP candies from doing the raids anyway, which is what I'm going to do next once I finish all these dang classes. Yes. So let's just see how many of my stars. Starting today, I'll be throwing a curveball and listening comprehension. Assistant Pikachu. The Pikachu can also use words to understand, but their words have meaning just as yours do. Use language to share all kinds of information, like the location of food, predators are nearby, or it may have found depending on what it wants to say. Today is why I learned Pokemon languages. Kind Pikachu. What emotion do you suppose Pikachu's trying to convey? Pikachu says, "This is an angry voice." Wait for us. Well, it looks the same. There's no emotion. I'm not clapping for that. That's horrible. That's not like the show where you actually see the emotion. I need to see emotion. I can't just hear it, and especially not with the Pikachu and this weird voice that could have meant anything. Also, why am I the only one called up to answer questions in real? These freaks. Here goes the dumb Pikachu again. I don't know what else to say. That one sounds like it's in pain. Or it's like running low on damage, I guess. Or on HP, I mean. Yeah, I don't know how this necessarily has to do with language, but whatever. I also saw that statue from Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Background as well. That guy's bored. I'm almost done with this crap. Anyway. Yes. Listening question. Here we go with the Pikachu again. It's happiness, I guess. Unless you do this at like the picnic thing, or maybe that's the only way you'd experience these weird different variation voices, sound effects, or whatever. The only one I recognize from my guy when he's on low HP, or when he's like calling out and he's satisfied with the victory. That's the only ones that I know. This is the final. Delicious. Yeah, I guess on the Pikachu ones, because like, let's be real here. Nice, just the pass regardless. Alright, that leaves these three. Battle studies. Finally something interesting. Oh, it's this chick. One only hop on entry. Osu is a Torari thing, by the way, look it up. At age 25, my hobby working out. My type, well, strong and muscular fighting types, of course. Oh, trash shots for my class. This is where I learn the nitty-gritty of Pokemon battling. Start with basics, so trainer stuff with just have no fear. To me and my muscles, and you'll have pros in no time. And our fighting spirits ablaze together. And I've kind of attack moves at their disposal on each of them at certain qualifiers. I want to remember, I'm talking about power types, categories of these moves. Higher power means more damage, especially if your opponent is too weak to that Pokemon's move type. These are two categories that moves can fall under. They are awesome. Try to sharp as you said the news kid. Looks like you're getting on your basics. Moves are split into two types, physical and special. Physical moves do more damage than higher the Pokemon stat is. A special do more damage than special attack is. Pokemon getting hit by these types of moves can deal less damage by having a high defense or special defense respectively. In conclusion, Pokemon that have a good physical move should raise their attack stat. Any good with a special move should raise their special attack. Trying to raise both stats equally will just make it harder for Pokemon to shine in battle. Strongly I say that goes for both people and Pokemon. Oh man, it's about to suggest we do some hands-on practice to drive the point home, but I guess we're out of time. At least that one actually decided to change up the locale instead of being in a classroom setting. Though I'd wish they changed the music at least. So let's get right to it. The treasure hunt. It's always great to take on gyms to new places all over the place with your partner Pokemon, and while you're running around across the big shiny crystals, fairly often as these crystals are actually a connection of terrestrial energy to speed up on the ground. You check out these crystals to battle Terra Pokemon with your friends and other trainers in a group of 4. Call those battles Terra Raid battles. The Terra Pokemon who usually face off against Terra Raids are crazy tough. They sometimes act differently than regular Pokemon, so you need to be on your guard. Luckily, trainers can also use special in these Terra Raids called cheering. There are 3 different cheers you can use. First, go all out, which boosts the attack and special attack of all the allies Pokemon. Second is hang tough. This one boosts the special defense and special defense. Third, well, if you can guess it, cheers all of your HP Pokemon. This is heal up. That's right, maybe I should make you the battle teacher, huh, new kid? Harvest ability with the ability to both restore HP and cure status conditions. You can cheer up to 3 times during a single Terra Raid battle. Also, cheering uses up a turn in battle, so you won't be able to have your Pokemon use any of moves when you cheer. In conclusion, try everything at your disposal. It seems to be working. Try chilling around. This providing support can often narrow possibilities. On it. Yep. It's about that time. Real. Battles. Let's get right to it. Last time we cleared our Terra Raid battles, you try them out. Terra Pokemon are super strong, and the more difficult ones will use even tougher tactics than you need to deal with. These Terra Shields. What happens when a Pokemon has a Terra Shield up, yeah, so it makes us take way less damage for one. has a big effect on morale too. When trainers see the shield go up, they feel doomed to win the battle. So, question for you: when your battle puts up a terror shield, what should you do? Tricyclize and attack. That's right. You're a regular terror. Aren't you, new kid? Regular attacks won't do as well against them. They have the terror shields up, but having Pokemon Tricycle is another method to overcome that issue. Do more damage to a shielded Pokemon, especially if it uses moves that match its Terra type. More damage to deal. Terra Shield can destroy a shield and break the Pokemon's stance. That means you want to properly time your Tricyclizing and Terra raid battles. Conclusion: as they're fighting with Fire and Terra Pokemon with their Terra, sure to work your teammates to smash through your opponent's Terra shields. Yeah, she never gets the hands-on practice. Unreal. Also, does the rival chick have the friggin' fake Pikachu thing too? I assume that's hers, because it's right next to her on the thing. Now we're in a classroom setting. Right. On the field. Yeah, this is the higher Pokemon special defense. Yay from special moves. So effect on moves damage. How many trainers are out on Terra Raid 4? An effective method for breaking opponents' Tricyclize and attacking. Yeah, I guess fighting type. Oh yeah, she did say that at the beginning. Oh yeah, perfect score again, let's be real here. Today around the battle settings. Let's get right to it. Give everything you had on the midterm exam. Well done. We'll resume our regular class today, so energy for the second half of the term. Using the R button to send out your Pokemon. If you do, run off in the direction you're facing. It's a super useful attack. So your Pokemon pick up far away items for you, and that's not all. There's a wild Pokemon near you. Send your Pokemon, they'll start battling each other. All those battles, auto battles. This is my name implies your Pokemon will act on its own auto battles, meaning you won't have to give it many commands. And if your Pokemon wins, it'll get XP just like it would in a regular battle, being an efficient way to train your party. You learn Pokemon won't evolve or learn new moves right away if they level from an auto battle. Also, if a Pokemon loses an auto battle, it'll come just a small amount of HP left. Make sure to heal it up right away. Oops, I just did a whole class. This is one side lecture. Does anyone have any questions so far? Great, well, there's during auto battles, keep an eye on as much as possible. And if it looks like they're going to lose, be sure to have them retreat. Pokemon with low HP are worn out. They won't enjoy auto battles as much, so don't work them too hard, okay? In conclusion, auto battles work if the trainer and the Pokemon have mutual trust. Lose the trust of your Pokemon. Hands-on practice. As usual, time the class is over. There go my 2 viewers. Look at that. Well, I mean, let's be real here. I'm sorry to say, but this is what I have to do for an hour because it's the only footage I have. Or I don't have, I mean. So, yeah, I guess I thank to any of those who actually sat through the freaking lessons. I mean, like I said, this is literally all I wanted to dedicate this playthrough part of, was for doing the dang school thing. Spot battles will help train a bunch of different Pokemon. Gather materials. TM machines. Swap quiz. LP. Points. That's not all. Exchange for material. LP points. Shady individuals getting illegal using a technique called hacking or something like that. Get involved with that stuff like that. Got it. Anyway, you should also add TMs to make sure to keep an eye on need to gather. Conclusion: in order to make TMs, you need Pokemon materials. If you get a hold of those materials, you'll have all kinds of Pokemon. I guess. I remember I finished the biology thing and went straight to the other one because, like, it didn't let me finish, like, all of the biology class. So I wonder if, like, I guess these last classes, the last 3 of each, you know, class type, were added after I beat the Elite Four or something. I don't know, or beat the game. But I remember finishing biology and not being able to do any more. So. A word of knowledge strong, so be shooting. Aim for greater heights. Today I'm going to teach you about the rules of link battles. To train for a link battle, they can engage in single battles or double battles with each other. So if you're playing a group of 4, you can all battle each other in multi-battles. Having battles with during other independent steps, you can use whatever number of Pokemon you'd like via any level. But in link battles, there are special rules to keep in mind. Will involve adjusting Pokemon levels. The known restriction to rules sets all Pokemon stay at the current level. If this lets users multiple Pokemon species and multiple development models too. The normal rules, all Pokemon will be set to level 50 regardless of what level they actually are. Includes lower level Pokemon, they'll get a power boost to participate. Normal rules lets you use multiple of the same Pokemon species and of the same held items too. The great part is about this rule set is that any of your Pokemon participate, they all have to do is learn some good moves. Lastly, the rule set flat wrong. Mostly affect Pokemon under level 50, such Pokemon will be set to level 50 duration of the battle. Odd rules is often used for official tournaments. The rule set does not allow trainers to use multiple Pokemon of the same species or multiple of the same held item. Right, question for you. Pokemon keep its low level. Which rule set should you pick if you want to use a lower level Pokemon keep its level low? Flat rule set. Okay, so flat rules. Gotcha. Well, so flat rules means are the ones they use in tournaments, though. So that one really would be dependent on your Pokemon's level. Also, I didn't even know Arvin was here. This dead dog. I guess it came back to life after I killed it again. Unreal. For the second time. Final exam. Your boost attack side. Auto battles. Pokemon reduces to what level when using flat like battles? Yeah, you can use multiple. Yes. The teacher kind of looks like a Zula from freaking Last Airbender, to be honest. Nice. Your classes remain art and home ed. Home ed, I guess, is the only one I'm kind of looking forward to because that'll be the cooking class, quote unquote. Oh, it's the freaking Elite Four, dude. Because I'm hassling, it's usually the artist. Pleasant to meet you all. In one moment. You forgot all that you learned in class once you graduate. After all, you'll need a basic understanding of artwork when they're doing fine appreciation of your beauty exams. So my class wastes time for you then. I think not, I laid hope. So think for a moment, what is beauty anyway? Presenting. Interesting, thank you. Oh, I don't mean to suggest that's a correct answer to my query, but that is important thing is answer my important thing is that you all take your time about it. So if I were moving on the other side of the road, for example, if the ocean leaves when they change color, ponder the windmills of the ocean and how they content and moving chilling of the. I don't even know what this freak's saying anymore. Dude, that one kid's not even paying attention. He's on his freaking book, and the other guys are just already coloring. Lives. This guy actually gonna ask me legitimate questions, or he's gonna be a freak the whole time? It looked like some guy had a Harry Potter. I guess. Gibble. This. Turn into a grass. Serious stature appears to be a dragon type, but it translates to by seeing changing its type. So class, what type these lovely glistening flowers above Gibble's head represent? Excellent. Full remarks. Above Gibble's head show it has now become a grass type. Above a Pokemon's type, as depends on the Terra types. Opponent's Pokemon Terra says during battle, observe a Pokemon's Terra tool closely to see what type it becomes, and choose effective moves accordingly. See or hope that lecture will help you achieve victories. Gibble. Let's see how weird it's hard last time. Thank you for all your kind words. Andrew especially requested that I impart even more battle knowledge to my students. I decided to take another look at Pokemon from Terrasilize. Okay, but we'll be some Terrasilize for us. That's a nice type. Now it's Arvin. Something of different shape. Observer Terradrill resembling snowflakes. Close to it. So class, what terror type you imagine this show might represent? Snowflake shiny above for simple. No, it's an ice type. Be very effective against it. Usually they wouldn't deal quadruple damage to Gibble. Now here's some trailers. A lot of snowflakes, size, most classified as hexagons. Didn't think of snowflakes falling from the sky. Change without saying, unless. I feel the great nature of these beautiful enigma we live in. Right there. I almost forgot to say you can name your Pokemon's hair type at the treasure eatery located in Medali. Oh, so you click there is a prickly, and you need to go on side if you want your own. That's what is your midterm exam. Time for focus on midterm exam. Begin. Terrastone. Grass type. The medallion. There's no correct answer. I passed that one, the Spiro here. Nice. Also, yet again, I'm pleased that everyone did well in the midterm exams. How did you guys visiting us today? So please come in. Greetings. Just the grass type gym leader. Simon Artist, and I focus exclusively on grass type Pokemon who I work. It's three-dimensional pieces such as statues and the like. One of his major works is the installation tiles, renderings, and flora found in Arterton. Many of them who challenge us in gym are no doubt familiar with these sculptures. students understand fortunately are taking House's class. Well, House's saved me when I had lost all hopes and given up on myself, and whenever he ever gave up on me, I do not exaggerate when I say he is the mentor in my life. Which is thanks to House that I was able to establish my current art style. I'll do your rest. Yeah. I have nothing against old times, but today I hope you will guide the class in the way only you can. Of course. Let's discuss House mentioned surroundings of Flora. And anyone telling me the mood was crafted in it's detached depression. No, completely and utterly wrong. I made the sculpture, surrendered all hope, and wanted to give up everything. It's the surrendering Flora. Seriously, yes. In hardship, deathly ill, and fell into some frustration. I began worried I was concerned in fame and fortune. I had no depth and knowledge of trash, but I met House and realized how petty I was being. I spared you the details, but in the end I was able to leave all that behind. After the some Flora. Remarkable, even I didn't know the full story until now. Close to you as well as fine. Blah blah blah. Be honest with yourself. Blah blah blah. Let's think. I know he's crying too. Unreal. Last class. The scene. She carries a dive material for class today. The insides have held down beautifully. Grand Olive Orchard is the most accessible. It's a field after olive trees from the hill on Cortonda. On these furry falls and falls in the peak of Claseo Mountain, known as Pelea's highest peak. There's another Claseo Mountain. Big shape. Let me ask you students, what is the name of the three-pronged cliff on Claseos? Guys reach. The Sales Grass. Well, I didn't know that, and I was paying attention to that girl. Yeah, we're skipping your class, but that's for your own. Please hurry up and get me through the finals. Ribbons and markings. If an honors capture Pokemon qualifies, it will be certain Pokemon to get maximum for an award of the expert. Expedition is given a ribbon. You managed to become incredibly close to Bob, granted best friend ribbon. Incidentally, there is a person in Cascafar will give you a best friend ribbon. Found in the wild Pokemon, you meet them for the first time, like symbolized character of Pokemon such as Rowdy Mark or Vigor Mark. And luck whether you run into a Pokemon with these marks. You catch a Pokemon with a mark or joy sounding fortune. Does anyone know a special thing? Pokemon with ribbons or marks? Pokemon with ribbons or marks given titles. That's more than be saying to battles, playing a title of your choosing. Gibble with the best friend by declaring, go Gibble, the great friend. Generally already found on Pokemon when you meet them for the first time. More recently, Pokemon can be awarded certain grounded mark, fire mark, partner mark, and so on. If you try to find the marks of a clue. Yeah, see, people aren't even working on art. The chick in the background was doing like a freaking assignment from another class. Begin. Treasure Eater, yeah. Three. This works. I probably failed that one. Let's see over here. Oh, somehow still passed. Barely, though. Lo-Fi doesn't tell you which one you get wrong. Alright, last one. Jeez. Who the freak is this? Mr. Summary. Obtaining knowledge is a person for daily life. If you're on the PKMN dorm, I pray that knowledge impart you will improve the quality of your lives, and this is therefore clothing and shelter. Consider the most pressing and interesting for you of all is food. When you eat sandwiches on your fitness, the HP of your party will be restored. Meal powers gain all manner of benefits. For example, these powers can make Pokemon easier to catch or increase XP points. Receive. This also its effect depending on crafting sandwiches of super flavor. What's particularly important is that we wish meal powers to more helpful effects. Let me see. Master Date. Tell me. What do you keep in mind to receive more helpful meals? Perfectly. Unless you're already aware of the fact that you've helped your family with cooking at home. Choice of ingredients include both filling and condiments, gaining even more helpful meal powers. For example, sweet ingredients in sandwich can help gain your egg power. Filling more bitter ingredients, on the other hand, can drop X, and crafted sandwiches almost certainly make your culinary endeavors more enjoyable. Please be aware, however, that you can also receive meal powers by eating in restaurants. Freaking last class, unreal. Class. Female powers restore HP of all your Pokemon types. It's truly convenient for That's good for use in battles when you cannot make food or when your Pokemon wishes to restore HP. Times such as these should use healing items such as potions. You can purchase Pokemon. Items are immediately effective and you can be used anytime when you open your bag. They are, however, consumed after one use. Potions are 20, Super 60, and Hyper 120. The pricier the item, the more HP it will restore. Keep in mind how much money you have when you are stocking up on these items. However, unforeseen happenings are an initial part of. Imagine if you were a following scenario. You find yourself with an injured Pokemon, but you have no potions, you are out of sandwich ingredients, and there are no Pokemon centers nearby. So, what should you search for when repairing the situation? Heal your Pokemon. Survival techniques. If you see something shiny on the ground, it's usually not in the drop there. You may be able to restore berry or potion. Does the R button have your Pokemon pick it up as well? Berries, of course. Shops if you hold once so during battle. Letting your Pokemon decide this timing. That can be quite interesting. At any rate, if you find yourself in a need for healing, I suggest that you look around. My hands on the ground. Class HP restored. However, class has power points in this PP. So HP it faints in a long battle. What happens when Pokemon loses all of its PP? Really correct. First-hand experience. Once out of PP, you can no longer use its moves. However, each time it lowers speed, you can PP allows a variety of moves such as move repeatedly. If Pokemon loses all its PP, it will only be able to use Sharp, one action that also damages the Pokemon that uses it. In order to avoid predicament, restores along with your HP at the Pokemon Center. Ethers and Max Esters should be used to restore. Be careful not to confuse them with potions. Ethers in the heat of battle. Ethers are not sold at shops, so you should use them judiciously if you find them. Move the lowers maximum PP. Do not waste the use of this. You run out of PP. It's important to find balance in Pokemon set moves. You can also see HP isn't the only thing you must keep an eye on while adventuring with Pokemon. Gengar time again. How many days I've been going through this freaking school. For midterm. For a partial now. Buried. That PP will never be used in false. Rest of the day. Passing score. What the freak did I miss? Alright, last time let's do this. Maybe that picnic question or something. I love how it says put away your phone. Like, no one's on their phone, you freak. Today's question is a meal power. Student asks this question is a young man in the school. He tells me regularly usage culinary techniques on his own. It's a dog culinary arts. Despite his baffling ability to increase his effectiveness meal powers. Since you did quite well in the midterm, what should Arvin? Yeah, no Arvin. Make food for the people. I should put Arvin. That actually would have been a funnier sentence. I don't know what the freak is, especially since Arvin's in the class. I'm sure that Arvin would likely. No, it's Arvin. He was in the class too. That freak had an exclamation point. So he's probably gonna yell at the teacher now, and rightfully so. But still, that's hilarious. That's why a freaking dog kept dying, because that wasn't there. Making his wheat sandwiches. Sounds like that. I'm sick of it's becoming filthy. Oh, while they get losing these against them, they get battered by wind and rain covered in mud. The word filthy. I've seen many try around with their adorable Pokemon without addressing this issue. It's deplorable. I'm sure you tell her some shameful comment. Ah, yes, that's you know. What is there to you? Hold up. This is common sense, but you can approach Pokemon and perform a variety of actions. While Pokewash, in other words, you can clean them up. Serve a sponge, line it up with soapy bubbles, and scrub your Pokemon. Once it's nice and covered with soapy bubbles, the Pokemon will calculate the filth. That's right, then you will get your Pokemon clean and shiny as a bright Terra Jewel. Also restore HP and cure sinus conditions. However, some Pokemon may have parts of their bodies that they don't want scrubbed or that not get wet. Be sure to keep those in mind when cleaning your Pokemon. I like to be dirty. Right thing to do. Yeah, I probably never clean these freaks at all because let's be real here, I've never even used the picnic feature that I'm aware of. Alright, last home ed, let's do this, and then the final. And then I'm done with the classes, Unreal. Toilet foods, shift clothing, class. And about it, we provide uniforms for each season to accommodate diverse climates upheld. However, students are free to wear whichever style they wish when they please. You shall receive 4 sets tops and bottoms, spring, summer, fall, and winter. The economy accepted you. If by any chance you are unaware of this, you may wish to pursue your wardrobe. Your school form and the rest of your assemble need to be school issued. This includes your bag, hat, or you want to style your hair whoever wishes. Taurus hairstyle, for example, would almost certainly have been against school rules when I was a boy. Reminds it. We'll decorate, which I would say fight clean. Horizontal phones. Pass through road 10 photos, customize them. Very intriguing. Called Delibird presents unique and purchase. The Tom phones. Useful information. First thing, the more I get into the case of my own liking. Give me, I've gotten a little carried away with small talk. This is something wrong with your stand. I offer these final words to have been owning everyday skills with me. Decisive as mathematics, for instance, test scores might play a deciding in your future. However, as you look up for yourselves, you take care of your Pokemon. Aware and blah blah blah. Here we go. Last class final. Here we go. I gotta stop hearing this freaking school theme, or you got it stuck in my head from listening it for a million times already. Sparkling. Effect of egg power. I don't know about that. Take food with others. Pokemon wash. It doesn't matter. I mean, in theory, it doesn't matter, right? I mean, I'm free to customize as I will with my freaking outfit in this game, so in theory, that should be the correct answer. Nice. 5 out of 5, let's go. Let's see what the director has to say. Now that I finish all my freaking classes, that freak better give me some reward. Alright, so intro. Secret wishes are there, like, thank you for asking you. Faculty is my favorite. I guess the most interesting one is Deandra. That's not very truthful. You want to share your thoughts? Nice. Well, I should be able to do 6-star raids now. Is Penny's at the entrance hall? You did say that, right? Where the freak is she? she's outside. Yeah, she's definitely not in here. It's gonna change the scenery, unreal. Song is starting to get unreal. That was the last one I was leveling up. It's one of the dragon freaks. Where'd I put him though? What was the dragon one, right? I was in box 3. Did I not put him in my party? What was the last one I was using? And where did I put him? That's what I'm trying to figure out. It was the bat one, Noi Bat. I remember that. Why is it box 6? Oh, right, because I was like skipping ahead. That's why. Just need to find out what level this thing evolves in. There we go. There we go. Slowpoke. Seven. Wait, 37? Yeah, 37. Nice. Krogunk. $37. Yeah. My shiny Shinx evolving. Nice, great work. Shiny Luxray, here we go. just needed one. Nice. These guys are an interesting case. There's a special way to level him up, so I'm gonna save him until later. Level this freak up.
Digamos ir primero con el papá al ver a Avatar el día primero, el domingo, el domingo primero, dice que si quiere sí o no.
No. Too many sleep powder thingy-mabobs. Alright, well that was the last one for today, I guess. Nice. And we grow ever closer to finishing the decks. Alright, so... yeah, I guess the next one we'll have to work on is Steady Ursa. I guess the rest of the guys in this party that require leveling up. And as far as the Pokedex goes, we're 343, 386, and got the Moon Ball. Almost at the next one, which should give us more XP candies, but yeah, we're getting there. Alrighty guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next stream. Take care.